Every team is competitive. I think every team got better last year. I think every coaching staff got better. I think every roster is highly decorated. And so that's what I meant is like you can't sleep on any team this year. The respect level that you have, the intentionality in terms of game planning. If you see, like, there's not a ton of blowouts this season so far. So that's what I meant. I mean, our energy has to be just as much as it was Indiana, Connecticut. We have to bring it every single game.
In a similar vein, what was your reaction to them winning the championship last year? What did you kind of take from that run for your own team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously proud. I mean, we lost, in the first round. So after that, I was able to kind of take a breath. I was actually on vacation at the time, watching when I was on vacation. But just, at the end of the day, you want to see great basketball. And I think it definitely brought out the best, I think, in both teams. So I was obviously just happy. Winning is hard. As much as it looks like, we could just kind of walk through these games. I mean, the amount of preparation and detail that goes behind these game plans. And so it triples almost in playoffs. And so, yeah, just super happy for him, proud because I get it. Being number one it's tough.
Hey Natalie, after the last game, Veronica Burton was talking about how your defense can have such good ball pressure because there's a great back line.
Yeah.
We wanted to ask about Kia Stokes on that back line. We got to know her when she was with the Aces, and she was in a different role though. How did you anticipate that Kia could have this kind of role, be a starter, closer for you here?
Yeah. So in our conversation, she wanted more. She wanted more responsibility. So she, really challenged me to take that on. She was like, challenge me. Like I want more. I want more responsibility. I know she can pick up game plans really easily because that's what she prides herself on, is doing all the little things that don't show up on, the stat sheet. And so with that type of player that doesn't need the recognition, that doesn't need the celebration, that's when you know a player like that is going to be locked in. And I really feel very calm when Kia is out there because she's constantly in all of the dead balls and timeouts. She's constantly telling and advising her teammates, hey, this is a game plan. Hey, don't forget this. And so who wouldn't want a player like Kia Stokes?
Hey Natalie, obviously the core of Las Vegas is the same, but this year a lot of those ancillary pieces are very different. Kennedy Carter, you've got fully healthy Shy Marker Tyus, you've got Brianna Turner, you've got Steph Talbot. I'm just curious how you see them different this year with that sort of group of ancillary pieces to go around Asia and Chelsea and Jackie compared to last year.
Yeah, completely different. I would say, like you said, the core is the same. But I'd say, Becky Hammond and her staff, they do an amazing job at bringing the best out of their role players. And so what you see with Melissa Smith, she's boarding like crazy. So our intention tonight is to make sure we keep her off the glass. Stephanie Talbot, as we know, we were here as she was here. Love Steph. Steph does all the little things. Kennedy Carter, obviously, she's almost like a Allen Iverson of the WNBA. She's so crafty. She's so quick. I think people are underestimating her quickness. She's actually getting to the rim just as much as Asia. And so we really got to make sure she sees, multiple bodies when she's in there. Again, just being really intentional tonight. But no, Becky does a great job of getting the best out of her players.
Coach, along those lines, talk about kind of making them see multiple bodies around the basket. They have some really good finishers in the restricted area between Asia, Melissa, Steph Talbot's finishing really well in the paint. What can you do to kind of take away some of those easy opportunities in a game that could be, a two possession game or something like that?
Yeah, sprint back, number one. Like they want to run. That's kind of always been Becky's personality is pace. And so number one, sprint back first, execute, offensively. So then they're taking that and that sprint back and then just make sure we're protecting that paint. They're one of paint points for a reason. And they get it multiple ways, like we talked about, getting to the rim. But also the crashing from Melissa is absolutely phenomenal what she's doing. It's the timing she's doing it. She's getting in there early as the shot's being, shot, whether it's A, Chelsea or Zach. So her understanding her role has been really, I think, impactful more than what people actually see in terms of the stats. So we got to make sure we're intentional.
Sounds
That was
we're a little sleepy